Hey, what's up? I'm Jose. I'm doing another review. This time it's going to be on the Spyderco Edura 4 and the Spyderco Dragonfly. Right off the bat, I'm going to say Spyderco is an amazing company, make really reliable knives. Actually, this is one of my favorites, my EDC knife. I carry two knives on me all the time, so I switch between the cold steel tie light, which is this one right here, and my Recon one, which is right here, as my secondary knives. I use them more for utility purposes. Even though the tie light is not meant for utility, it does its job, and I don't put it through things that I know it's not going to be able to take. Anyways, back to the knives in review. Let's start off with the Dragonfly. First of all, this is like a great little knife, extremely small. As you can see, it's just, from the base of my hand and doesn't even make it to the tips of my fingers. Here, I'll just kind of give you a little bit of view. This is the Edura 4 closed. The Dragonfly is it's just like slightly bigger than the Edura open. So, it's a very small little knife. It's about a 2-inch blade. It's a little less, but you can round it off to 2 inches. Thumb hole for the opening is almost the same size as the one for the Edura. I mean, it is smaller, but for being such a small knife, it's got a great sized opening hole, so that's always nice. It has a wire clip, which is great. A lot of Spyderco's previous models had the clip that was like attached. It was molded onto the knife itself, which was just cumbersome, and it was really annoying because you couldn't switch around the clip to where you would need it. This doesn't have Spyderco's like 4-point system. It's only a tip up hold. So I mean, for those of you who like a tip down, sorry, this knife is not capable of doing that, but it's because it's such a small knife. However, it can be used for right or left-handers out there. So, nice little versatile knife. It's really small, so it's one of those things that you can like pull out and people aren't gonna like freak out. It's not like one of those knives just overly big or anything. It's just, it's a pretty low profile knife. What I love, the thumb ramp right here, it's kind of hard to see, the camera's not the best quality, but it's a jimped thumb ramp. It's great, really just locks that grip in when you need it. You can use that for if you need to do some whittle action, some carving it up. It's just great. This is a fully serrated model. I like it because, Spyderco serrations I think are almost untouchable, amazingly sharp. This just like, it came like scary sharp. Just, I could shave the hairs off my arm and it was just as if I'd used a razor, amazingly sharp. The Spyderco symbol right here, just classic. I like it. It's got basically just a flat grind all the way down to the serrations, and the serrations are only ground on one side, as is normal with most serration knives. But you don't even need both sides because this is just so sharp the way they have it. The grip is that volcano style grip, classic to Spyderco knives. You got the symbol, and it also says the kind of knife. It's also on this side. You can't see it because of the wire clip. But just a great knife. One of my favorite features about this knife is the choil right here. It's great. You can just grip this knife like this, and it's locked in. You're not going to slide. If you do like a stab or something like this, you're not going to slide off onto the blade and really mess up your hand due to how sharp it is. It's just really just amazing how grippy it is and how secure for such a small knife. I would highly recommend this knife as an EDC carry, for some minor self-defense, maybe as like a last-ditch knife or minor utility uses. Great choice for a knife. Highly recommend it. Now we go to the Edura 4. This is my favorite knife that I have in my collection in the tactical folder section. Folds nice and compact. It's got a great shape, fits good in the pocket, extremely light, which is always amazing. This guy, you don't even feel it in your pocket. I actually can put it in my coin pocket, which is great. You know, it's just something you can use whenever you need just a minor knife. You know, like I said, don't overdo what it's capable of doing, because you know it's so small, it's not built for like heavy uses. But for what it's made for, amazingly good. It's extremely sharp. The Edura 4, also fully serrated version. Once again, Spyderco serrations, amazing in my mind. The best serrations you can get on the market, and they stay sharp, good with impact. I actually used this knife, and I was slicing some steel-toed boots, and that was a lot of fun. Just don't hit the steel. Not that it'll really mess up the knife, but you never want to really do that with a knife, especially a nice knife like this. The locking mechanism is right here. You know, it locks really easy. You barely have to put any pressure on it, and it's locked. It's not going to come down onto your hand, and there's absolutely no play with neither one of these knives, which is essential to a tactical folder to keep it strong. The grip, once again, you got that volcano grip, what Spyderco is famous for using. It's available on some other things. I believe it's also available in G10, but the G10 costs more, and I mean, it's going to do the same thing that this is going to do. Some people really prefer G10. I love G10. The Recon 1 is a G10 handle. Amazing, provides awesome grip in your hand. It just feels secure. But this, by far, is my favorite. I just love the way it feels. Really ergonomic. Once again, the thumb ramp on the Edura is jimped, which I don't know if you can see because of the camera again, but it is a jimped thumb ramp, which is amazing. Really locks in that thumb for when you need it there. If you're going to do a stab, things like this, it's just great. Even for some of that slice action, puts a little bit of extra oomph into the blade, you know. Just feels good, and locks it in for any of that precision type work you might be doing if you're going to be carving or some utility type work. Only POW I would have to this knife, I would just kill for this knife to have a choil on it. You know, maybe shorten the blade just a tiny bit and put a thumb choil as the dragonfly has. I just love the way the dragonfly feels. If this was a bigger knife, it would be even higher on my list of favorites. It's the way it is amazing. I just would really love to have that choil right here and get that really solid grip that I have with the dragonfly. But then again, since it is a bigger knife, it isn't entirely necessary. Just personal preference. I'm kind of picky about the way I like to hold my knife. This knife, amazingly ergonomic in both reverse and normal grip. You'll find that when you get this knife. Pretty decent price. You can get this on like Amazon or some other companies for about anywhere from, I've seen it from about $50 to $60+. The Spyderco website, extremely overpriced. So I mean, if you have the money to spend on the Spyderco website, dude, go for it. But you might as well go to Amazon and buy like 10 of these for the price that they're charging. The blade on both of these is VG10. A lot of people have a lot of complaints about these, about VG10, saying like, you know, it's lower class steel, doesn't keep its edge well. Highly disagree. I have no complaints with VG10. It's held up to everything I've put it through. This, I got it out when I got it out the box. Once again, scary sharp, just like the dragonfly was. Since it's on a larger scale, it's just that much more impressive. I love this knife, and a cool thing about it, the clip right here, you know, just a straight style clip. It's great because it's a 4-point clip. You can put it here, 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 and there, where it comes stock. I prefer the tip up style of holding, and I'm a right-hander, so I have it on the right hand setting. But you know, for any of you guys who want to try something new feel, you know, feel free to just move it around. You got lots of options with the Spyderco Edura. The thumb hole, just amazing. You know, a good size, really easy to just get out your pocket and, you know, just give it a good flick, and it's going to open right up, lock securely. You know, it's not going to come down onto your hand. Let me see if I can show you guys this. You know, you can even try the old like cold steel. Oops, hold up. Let me see if I can get this. The cold steel, you know, shock test. You know, it's not gonna It's not going to come down onto your hand, you know, extremely, just a great locking mechanism. You can have complete confidence in this knife, and it's really not going to do you wrong. If you decide to spend money on this, you will not be disappointed. Amazing knife. I have no complaints about it. For any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll answer to the best of my knowledge, and I will see you at a later time.